Tonight at 5:30, San Francisco's District Attorney Brooke Jenkins has been in office for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, new to the job, and in an exclusive sit-down interview with our Haaziq Madyun today, she answered questions about some of her early decisions since taking office.
You're looking at some of the controversial headlines that appeared in the wake of newly appointed San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins being sworn in a couple of weeks ago.
And you envision what your first week or two would be like. Is this what you saw?
No, it is not what I saw.
In this exclusive interview, the new DA and I covered a lot of ground here in her office in San Francisco.
Congratulations, District Attorney.
Including what she did envision it would be like after being sworn in.
I was standing in my kitchen the night that I found out that I was going to be appointed, and I said, "You started as a volunteer attorney in this office." And would have never imagined being in this position. Certainly would not have imagined that I was coming into a situation where this office was in absolute chaos and disarray.
In fact, 55% of San Francisco voters in the recall election wanted a change. To make that happen, Brooke Jenkins says it was necessary to fire 15 staffers, many of whom, she says, were already on extended leave the day she took office.
So each of those decisions was an immediate release, and yes, I was prepared to replace each and every one of those individuals.
However, there is concern among some progressives that the DA is also planning on replacing the criminal justice reform programs that those staffers managed under her predecessor.
The Innocence Commission is something that was developed by Chesa Boudin. It is one that I am committed to keeping. I've been very vocal about that. I will also continue the resentencing work that was going on under Chesa. However, I just want to make sure that everything that we do is done responsibly.
But police accountability, is this something that you plan to maintain or change?
Yes, no, that is something I'm dedicated to personally. I grew up hearing my grandmother talk about the fact that she had an older brother that was killed in police custody, and so this is something that's very personal to me.
The district attorney was non-committal on the subject of her office prosecuting juveniles as adults.
I believe that a prosecutor's office should be able to maintain discretion because you never know when there might be some type of outlying case, some exceptional circumstance where you might have to do something different than what is the norm.
When it comes to changing the perception that the city of San Francisco is easy on crime, Brooke Jenkins says it's about setting a new tone.
I have to make it clear to everyone that we are no longer that safe haven for criminal behavior. That has ended.
District Attorney Brooke Jenkins acknowledges the challenge ahead, restaffing the office and getting the new hires up to speed, but perhaps her biggest lift will come in November when she will have to prove to San Francisco voters that Mayor London Breed made the right choice in appointing her as the new DA. In San Francisco, Haaziq Madyun, KRON 4 News.